the top three lead generation funnels. Top three lead generation funnel. There are three that you need to know and that you can choose. You can pick and choose, and you can test which one works the best for you. But there are three funnels that you need to remember before you need to choose, okay, which one am I going to pick? Which one am I going to set up? And the first one is the squeeze page. I also put a little image to make sure that you understand that with it. So the squeeze page is basically the most easy, classic way to generate leads. You basically have here, you put an headline, you put an offer, you put a form with email and name or phone numbers, but just oftentimes just email and name. They submit it, and in exchange of that, they get a free resource. That's usually what happens, and that's usually what's made in those funnels. And those pages are like, especially those ones, you can set them up in like seconds for real, because that's so easy to make. You make headline, the form, that's pretty much all set up already, an image, you're done. That's it. That's really, really simple. So that's basically one of my favorite ones to do because they're so simple. Number two are the survey funnel. Now, those ones are a little bit more, not tricky to set up, but they take a bit more time. But the thing is, they're incredibly interesting if you have different kind of customers and you want to send them to different kind of pages. For example, let's say in my situations as an agency owner, I can work with different people. I can work with e-commerce businesses. I can work with realtors. I can work with websites. I can work with consultants and coaches, brick and mortar businesses, and all those different businesses. It's better to put them into different sequences because, hey, if I try to talk to everybody at the same time, I'm not going to convert them. So one of the things that you can do that is, for example, you do a survey funnel, which is a mini quiz. So you put a quiz that basically helps you identify, okay, that's a business owner that does this and that in my situation if you're an agency owner. So, okay, if the guy is a brick and mortar business owner, I'm going to send him or her to a specific funnel that's specifically made for brick and mortar businesses. You can share them a case study at that page. Basically, hey, be here and show them that, hey, with that brick and mortar business, it works for them. Look at that. So that's a way you can use survey funnels. You can use that if you want to segment the different kind of customers that you may have. That's extremely interesting, and that also helps to target very precisely what customers enter to your funnel and what message you want to send them. So that really helps to boost the conversion rates. So I really love that one as well. And then you got funnel number three, which is a summit funnel. Now this one is extremely great for another reason, which is basically that, you know what a summit is. Basically, you gather a few people that you do an event with, and then what you basically do is like, hey, we do that event with X, and Y, and Z, and you basically just have to send your email address and you get free access to that. So maybe on the thank you page also you do an upsell where you get some VIP seats when they get the recording, for example. So you can make sure if you run a little bit of ads or you want to get a bit of return on investment, you can do that. So you can cover your ad cost. That's what we do oftentimes. So you can do that on the thank you page here, upgrade to a VIP option. But then the thing is basically, hey, you have all those days that those people are going to run the event, and then you run the event as the host and you collect all those email addresses. Now, what's the cool part about this strategy is that you basically use other people's audiences and add them to your list, to your leads. So that's great if you do an industry event and you gather a lot of people that are that have a lot of notoriety in that, and a lot of people that are following them in that space. That's extremely great because you're going to basically gather all the traffic that those people come with, and because you're at the place of the host, you get that perception that you're the deal, you know what I mean? So you're going to gather all that and they're going to respect you. So that's an extremely great source of leads, and you can be creative in the way you generate that, but that's an extremely great funnel. Now I got a little bonus tip that can complete add on to what I just talked to you about, guys. Now the tip is, the more you target your offer to your dream customers, the more leads that are qualified you're going to get. What does that mean? I'm going to get back on my pretty face to talk to you about that. What that means is basically that if you take a lead and they say, oh, the lead sucks, the leads are not qualified. Well, that's because you didn't qualify them enough on the page. Because think about it, that we always think about a funnel. If you let everybody passes during your process under there, you're going to get people that are not qualified. But if you only get past the right people, if you only let the right people pass through that filter that you put, then you're going to be able to get all the qualified leads you want. So the thing is, you really have to understand, okay, what does my dream customer want? What do they really want? And only put a resource that those guys would want to pick up. The more targeted that resources for them is, the higher the chances for only them to pick it up. So that's the way you're going to get those qualified leads. That's pretty much the best way to do that, because yeah, if you let pass everybody, like, of course you're not going to get qualified leads. So make sure you make whatever your freebie is, the thing that, whether it's the message that you put on your summit pay, on your summit funnel, or it is the resource that you put in exchange of an email address on a simple squeeze page, make sure it's targeted only for the people that you want.